Becca is distraught. I see you over there.
For us, yeah. I was just trying to figure out what time it was too.
At this point, it would probably be close to midnight. You've done a good bit of exploring, and whenever you entered the top of Mount Vernrim, it was nearly sundown, nearly sunset.
So how long have we been in here?
That would mean that you've been in there for 4 or 5 hours.
Gotcha.
Okay. So we're also due for a long rest.
Yeah, you can take one.
Okay. Once I feel comfortable that they're asleep, I'd also like to make sure that I don't know her name, Xena, the
warrior princess.
I don't know her name. I'd like to make sure that
Cena.
What is it?
Cena.
Yep.
Like John
Cena.
Well, now I'm going to have to change that. God damn it.
Just make sure you run all NPC names by us before.
So we will find a way to destroy it.
I deserve it after all the NPC
you do.
names I've ruined for Sam.
Absolutely. Simplest.
A name that will live in infamy.
Rummage through them.
I'd like to also kind of try to make sure that she's asleep too before we start talking about a lot of stuff. So kind of just nudge her foot.
Start talking shit on him.
Kick her in the ribs.
I'll say you don't even really need an investigation check for it. You kind of look her over and you do kind of nudge her, and she is out cold. You've never seen somebody sleep this hard.
Would you say so?
Drooling a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I was walking around earlier and noticed a very large statue. I don't really remember. As Becca, a large statue, and in Dwarvish it actually said, let me
speak Dwarvish?
It said, huh?
You speak Dwarvish?
No. It said
No, but I know what this says.
I love that.
Cheryl's gonna turn to her and say, "Are you sure?" in Dwarvish.
No, I don't speak Dwarvish. It's a religious thing.
So you understood that?
No, I'm just making sure you understood. I do not understand you, but religiously I understood this. Anyway,
okay, what did it say?
It said,
It's kind of sus.
Yeah, makes sense. I saw it with the assistance of my third eye, so that was also helpful. You can plainly see it right there. It said, "Here lies a great friend, a great champion, a keeper of the lore." Ahead lay Verndarim, a great friend, a great champion, and keeper of the lore.
Where did you see this?
Where was this statue?
It was a stone tablet nearby.
Stone tablet.
Where you all are. I mean, it's a kind of statue.
It's a very small
It is a statue of words.
Was it
Statue of words.
If she's pointed it out to us, I want to go and confirm that this isn't what she read.
Yeah. I'll go show you. That's fine.
Sure enough.
Canteen to the left.
Cheryl, you do confirm that verbatim that is what
But also,
the
you need to
tablet
put-
reads.
It's pretty dark in here, Cheryl, so I don't know if you
You
can
can see
read.
right
Tap for another 3 hours. I can see.
Cool. Okay.
Is this near a grave site? Can we tell?
So up over there is the city.
You guys are already in the city too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But based on what the tablet says and what you all know the city to be named, you take this as confirmation that the city was named after whoever this champion was, whoever this person was.
Oh, so this is saying Verndarim. I can't roll my
That's
R's,
fine. You're good.
It's a person.
Mm-hmm.
Was a person is a city, or was a person was a city.
Yeah.
Okay, so with this stone tablet, can we figure out if it was referring to the city being buried or the person?
Based on the context, it sounds like a person.
Are there like arrows or directions on this tablet?
There are not, but based on the direction it's facing, you would assume that continuing directly past it, following the main road as you have been, would lead you to whatever this tablet is speaking of.
I want to kind of look around for, I guess, more like street signs or shop names or anything else that might be kind of in our immediate vicinity.
Okay. Many of the structures have crumbled to a point where even the words written on them are mostly indistinguishable or ineligible. But you are able to verify that every so often on many of the city streets there are small tablets with different bits of the city's history written into them.
Similar to this tablet?
Not as large, but yes. It by your guess, it seems that these dwarves were almost obsessive over keeping history alive.
Without getting away from, like, out of eyesight of the group, I want to go read a couple of them.
Okay. So like I said, nearby, there are a few. I would say without you leaving eyesight, you can find one. Getting close enough to read it, you find that it talks specifically about the overflowing prosperity that the city had enjoyed after a great victory in battle many, many ages ago.
Do these have any kind of date or like timeline relation to each other? Or is it just like a story and the people of the city would have known kind of when about it happened?
They have a set of numbers at the end, but they don't relate to any calendar that you know of.
But they do seem to relate to each other. Like the first tablet we saw, did it have any numbers? Or since it was kind of like the person who was named, or the city was named after?
That one didn't have any
like
numbers,
0.
but the second one that you looked at did.
Okay.
And I won't tell you the numbers, but I can tell you like which ones happened first, if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, I don't necessarily care about the numbers unless they're relevant.
Yeah.
Is it set up like a... It's just like stops like a tourist attraction kind of thing? Or like a museum kind of thing?
Does it look like the road names in the ground in New Orleans? Where they're like in the tile? You know what I'm talking about?
No, they're kind of stood up out of the ground. They're kind of standalone, and they tend to be on like on city streets near archways or intersections
So
and
it's like
roads.
those, when you go to like a historical monument, and it's got those like
Little plaques.
signs.
Basically.
Okay.
And so to your question, Ren, it seems kind of like not necessarily a tourist attraction, and I guess maybe a museum would be a good description of them, because it seems really to be there for the preservation of that history.
Do they look like they were put up around the same time? Or do they look like they were erected after?
Make a...
That was my next question.
It's going to be a check. Well, what check could I have you make?
History?
I guess. Yeah, we'll say history, and we'll have it relate to the age of the stone there.
Combine
If I was a
history
dwarf, I
and
would have advantage on
investigation.
that, but I don't.
Yes, you
so-
would.
My character sheet is loading.
Good excuse.
I don't think it
Reroll.
will. I don't think it will. Do you want me to reroll? Because I definitely will.
No.
Free advantage.
I could technically get worse than it, but History
Yep.
starts with an H.
It does.
It does.
It's upper middle.
4.
Okay.
What did you roll?
2.
You can at least tell that the stones were certainly made at different points in time. Some of them are no more than a pile of rocks. Some of them are mostly legible, though they have deteriorated similarly to the buildings that stand around them.
Okay. That's it. I just was trying to figure out that.
Yeah.
Okay.
While we're kind of like all looking around, I like to tell everybody too about the eye. So nobody fucking kicks me off the spaceship.
Go, you have to actually tell us,
Arson away
we
is
didn't watch.
sus.
She's the
What?
imposter.
You have to tell us because we didn't watch, so you actually have
That's
to
true,
physically
that's
tell us.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually have to tell us.
So
Regretting kicking them out yet? No, just kidding.
do you all mind if I tell you what happened to me last night?
Yes, please.
I'd like to know.
Cheryl's very interested.
Okay. No, I mean I
I see you found my eye.
Nice.
Joke.
I didn't hear.
You found my eye.
Yeah.
Sorry. Didn't land. Thank you.
Didn't land.
Thank you, Kathy.
No, I mean I didn't mean to be rude yesterday by not telling you all right away. It just felt so surreal still. You know, kind of like when you wake up too early, do a lot of stuff, and then when you go back to sleep for just an hour, you're like, was that really a thing? Did it really happen? That's what happened. But I went to the top of the mountain with what's her name?
Sezi.
Guru.
With Sezi. And
Guru Sezi.
with Guru Sezi. And it's very cold. And she taught me a new way to see, and also kind of punched it in me and on me in a way too. So you know, a lot of what I do is only through training. I can't do it as much arcana wise. What are you laughing at, Sam?
The group, Sam.
You can't even say it.
Can't even say it.
She taught you a new way to see. She punched it in you and on you.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I was just
Sam.
It was
None of us were thinking that.
Honestly,
Sam.
I was Sam, and I was like, you know what? Nobody made it inappropriate. Cool.
Cool.
Then you saw
trying
Sam.
to keep a straight face, and then I put my hand over her mouth, and you're like, "What are you laughing at?" I'm like, "Oh no!"
Oh no. So yeah, I mean, you know, she kind of just punched me right in the forehead. And I went blind for a little
Is that what
while.
they're calling it these days?
That's what we're calling it. I went blind for a little while, and then I was able to see without any of the wind in my way. And so, dude, Ollie is climbing on the dice right now,
hear him in the
thinking,
back.
"You freaking butthole, don't do it." Thinking, you know, there must be something wrong. But so it's a tattoo that she gave me, and I can use it a few times a day for me to be able to see in the dark further and without anything kind of hindering that sight, which is, you know, why she wanted me to use it before our journey.
I would like to inside check Arsino.
Okay.
Sure. Why you?
I need one of those.
So
Dude.
is that how
Been a
you
lot
were?
cheaper than my monocle.
Was that how you were able to read the tablet?
I think so. Yeah.
But oh no, Cheryl didn't want a face tat.
Oh, afterwards.
Did I say that?
Yes, you were like very firmly against it at one point.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
He's like, well, fuck.
Oh, dang it, I did say that.
I still do feel that way. It's just like I couldn't remember if I had said that or not. He's got scars, but I just don't want a face tat.
Yeah. Scars tell their own story, right?
Scars remind us that the past is real.
Hey, what was your insight? Was it straight 14?
Straight 14.
Mine was 2.
Reroll.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Wait,
I
it
think
goes to the
to-
attacker essentially.
Oh,
Yes.
Right?
okay. So Ren will know if you're lying or telling the truth.
Why are you looking at me so much, Ren?
Well, eye-related injuries are significant to me, so I was trying to make sure that you were the same you've been.
Yeah, I am. Well,
Okay.
at least I believe I am. You know, it's only been a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you two, get a room.
staring over there.
Rin's eye is shifting between Arsener's 3 eyes.
Just swirling around.
Our character with the least number of eyes and our character with the most.
That's true.
Together, you guys have a normal amount of eyes.
Yep.
For the two of us, yeah.
Yeah.
You complete each other.
Oh, Sha. So,
Boyfriend, thank you.
you guys doing a long resty?
Yeah, we will take turns.
Okay. Who's got
should-
first watch?
I should probably go first.
I'll take
Before my eyesight runs out.
Makes sense.
I'll take first watch with Cheryl.
Okay.
I'll take a nap.
Yeah, I can stay up as well because I have all my spell slots except one.
Okay.
So Sarnoran, if you want to.
I only need 4 hours,
Oh,
so I can do second watch.
okay.
Okay.
I forget you only need 4.
Cheryl, if you'd like, we can fly around for the first 10 minutes if you're interested.
Cheryl immediately perks up.
I'll sit watch.
And then
while
he
you guys
settles
fly
himself down.
around.
He's like, well, I mean, if you don't think it'll attract too much attention, might be a good idea to get some higher vantage.
We'd have a better view of the city for the first view. For the
I think it's an excellent idea.
I
Yeah.
love how much Cheryl loves to fly.
This is beautiful.
This is
Yeah,
amazing.
I'll cast fly on me and Cheryl.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
gonna sit watch by myself.
Are you guys
Yeah, sorry,
doing
a
anything
few levels
during
from
your
my
watch, or
life,
or Cheryl, you just kind of hovering?
It's only
I had no plans, so yeah, I will just kind of like fly around. Not so high that like, oh hey, is that an elephant in the sky over there from like far away? Where like
More
the
him.
surrounding buildings might still be kind of protecting our sight, but
I don't know if you guys saw like the
Attack
whole
of the
table
Bugs.
shake.
freak out. Yeah.
She just lost it. What,
Attack of the
was it?
Phantom
Your
Bugs.
headphones
It's a bug.
again?
It was my headphones. It like rolled
Or
down my
again.
the
arm.
good old-fashioned headphone bug.
Oh my god! You're gonna destroy everything.
Sorry.
You're going to destroy everything. I will actually, while Taffy is freaking out over fake bugs,
Taffy
I'll
would love them. Mo does not.
fly up to where Cheryl is, like a little above, and in a whisper, but not actually do it so that we can hear us. So, I mean, obviously the kid's lying. How much do you think he's lying about?
I think he might be scared and or at least I think it's possible that he doesn't want to say anything he shouldn't. He obviously feels like he's in a lot of trouble as it is and doesn't want to make the situation worse. It's at least my opinion on it.
Are y'all still flying?
Yeah,
I can't
and
hear
they're
this.
whispering out of earshot.
Yeah, Rin's
Yeah,
trying to be
I wanted
secretive.
to be away from the boy and the girl.
Yeah, you could.
Do you I don't know, do you think they're a liability?
I think we're so close to the entrance and she's obviously hurt, and he is a child. I think it might be in our best interest to at least leave them out of harm's way at the entrance, maybe with some rations or something, and once we leave, we can help them back down or send them on their way without us. They obviously made it this far.
All right.
What do you think? Do you think they know more and would be useful in our search?
I think she might be. And I mean, obviously the boy. Obviously he was protected by whoever was with him, but I mean, he made it up here. It's not like
There
it's
is
easy.
also a third person down here, aside from the dwarves. Cyrus told me as much whenever I prayed to him before we entered.
What do you mean?
There were 3 people.
There is another.
A child, a protector. It was a child, a protector, and a lost soul, Alex?
That's
What
correct.
was it?
Yep.
Yeah, and a lost soul.
So you're on the lookout for the lost soul, I'm taking it.
Yes, and it seemed that Tilly did not know of a third. It seemed they were the only 2 survivors of their group, unless that's what he's lying about. But I seemed pretty certain whenever he seemed to be telling the truth, at least.
We can ask Cena when she wakes up and figure out what we want to do with her arm.
You mean John Cena?
DMCA.
Yeah. Can't see
I can't
that
see
arm.
his arm anymore.
You got to do a different. Blah 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 blah.
The off-brand John Cena trademark.
Just up.
There it is.
Oh no, that is so unsatisfying. Don't do that.
It's like I'm leaving innocent knees, just like Andy says.
Oh my gosh.
All right, we only have Flint.
Everyone immediately clicks unfollow just for
And
that.
that's it.
I finished it. I did but gave it enough space so that you know.
It was totally unsatisfying.
Yeah. If our time's running out as we kind of float, like, or at least before we were floating down, Cheryl would have like kind of been taking in the landscape, I guess, to kind of get a better idea of where the center might be. If there's any like large buildings that seem like, oh, that might be where they keep the lore.
Okay, make a perception check.
That
for
might
me.
be where they keep the lore.
Oh, the big lore building.
Welcome to the Lore Museum.
Welcome to Lore Mart.
16.
Welcome to Lore Mart.
We've
With
got
your-
shelves of lore waiting for you.
With your higher vantage point and with the assistance of your monocle, you are able to see some things that Arsenaway wasn't quite able to glimpse.
Wow.
I think it's worth noting I don't have a monocle on. Taffy did cast the
Oh.
spell on me this time.
Okay, well,
yeah.
Flavor text.
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
keep it that way.
Okay.
We're going to Flavor Town.
You have dark vision, but you're still like peering through the monocle. Like you could, it'll help you see further.
It's there just for pizzazz.
You see that the city outstretches in all directions, including the direction you came from, almost indefinitely. But in the distance, you do see that the city does end, and you see that it actually appears to be a drop-off. And as you kind of focus your vision, you begin to notice that even further, there appears to be more city. And as you piece things together, and it's really far away, so it's hard to grasp it, but you begin to see that the city almost encircles a large pit.
I'm going to point this out to Ren while we're up there and be like, seems kind of ominous, but might also be something that we should check out.
It's a fighting pit.
I fell into the pit.
You guys have done pretty well with pits in the past, so
Have we?
I mean, You didn't die.
It's Thunderdome from Kung Fu Panda.
It's the Dugdale Dimmadome.
Doug
Hey,
Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Oh wait, never mind.
Dale.
I'm asleep.
Yeah.
Will was gonna partake. He was like,
No.
nah.
Sarnorn in his sleep goes, DM? Oh, wait. Never mind.
DM. Does DM stand for Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome?
So with this and
No, it does not.
trying to see what you can see from your vantage point, time does pass on uneventfully. You all are undisturbed in your rest as it is now time to change change watch.
With that perception check, would I have noticed any other, like, dwarves in the streets or anything, or no?
You might have been able to in your immediate vicinity, but you didn't see any.
Okay.
You guys were safe for the time being.
I don't get the full rest yet, right? Because it was only half.
Yeah, that's correct. You do not. So now, Sarnorn and Taffy are going to take watch.
No, Sarnorn and.
Sorry.
Arsenal.
That's right. Sarnorn and Arsen away. Okay. Is there anything you guys would like to do during your half of the watch?
You need to repeat the question because she didn't have her headphones on.
Oh,
Yeah,
is there
well-
anything you guys would like to do during your half of the watch?
You want to do anything?
I'm just want to say, I don't trust these children.
Oh, I don't either.
I know, everyone has a soft heart for children, and as do I, being a father and everything, but there's something off about this place and them being literally the only thing here that is relatively unscathed when everything else is, spooky, crazy.
Yeah, I guess I'm trying to figure out. I'm actually a little nervous about the arm, and maybe I don't understand as Becca. Is the arm ruined from frostbite?
Yes.
Or,
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Those damn frostbiting all the time.
I guess
I worry that
yeah.
this third person isn't who we think it's going to be.
the lost soul.
Yeah. I think there's something dangerous going on there. And maybe they know more about it than they're letting on.
I understand. I don't know exactly though how much of the truth we can get from them.
No, of course not. They're frightened children. They'll say anything to be safe. So I don't think we should pressure them. I just think we should watch them very carefully.
Well, just one of them's a child, right?
Yeah, the other is she's
Is like she's like
she's like your age. Yeah. I mean,
Well, she's not my age.
no.
Yeah.
She's like a young.
fine.
She's like a young adult.
Yeah. Young adult novel.
That's
Yeah, I was about to say
basi-
she's
That's
a
children to me. I've seen a lot of lifetimes of Sinaway.
Okay, I guess that is true, but
I just mean they're out of their element. They're uncomfortable. One of them's unconscious, and the only other one we can talk to is a small boy. So I think we should just wait and see what happens, but be prepared for, a bait and switch or something, or at least maybe details that we're not expecting.
yeah, no, I understand. Let's go.
Or we could
check-
just leave them behind. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, we could do that.
I'm kidding.
unless
Well,
I'm still trying to figure out what is wrong with these bodies. I don't exactly believe it's happened naturally over time. I'm nervous that there's some unnatural kind of force working
As do I.
naturally through them. And yes, it may take time, but I'm just trying to figure out, I was looking for bite marks, puncture wounds, anything that might have like infected them immediately.
Alex, would I have heard of anything in the arcane world about sudden changes in whole groups of people like this to become this like sort of lethargic yet seemingly dangerous?
I mean, in your line of research, almost definitely.
Yeah, and what about your like town with all of the stuff, the drugs?
You would have heard tell of very powerful magic users that were able to bend the minds of people to their whim. Maybe not entire cities. You may have also heard of many masters of the arcane that were able to raise the dead. But again, not quite on this scale. So, in this sense, even the stories, even the legends, make it seem implausible, but possible.
So, from what I know about these things, would I have an understanding that would there be any reason for someone like that, an agent of some kind, to leave 2 to 3 children to young adults alone rather than also including them in this ritual?
Are y'all trying to figure out Tully and
I'm not, but I
Cena
think
or the dwarves?
I think he is.
Both.
But
Both.
Yes.
Make a.
Trying to see the
I'm
connected,
trying to see if they're
basically.
related.
Ah, gotcha.
Make an Arcana check for me.
Okay.
An Arcana.
An Arcana.
Arcana.
15.
Or Kansas.
Your best guess, based on what you witnessed when you arrived, is that they are not enslaved in the way that these other beings are, simply due to the fact that they can't be. Perhaps they weren't exposed in the way that these other beings were. You gather that whatever power is causing such a problem with these dwarves, if it wanted to also affect Cena and Tilly, it would have.
okay, so
And I'm assuming subsequently.
Or sorry,
us.
if it could, it would have.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant to say.
I see.
Sorry.
I see.
Can you explain your theory to me, Sonorn? Because I think I'm lost.
I don't have much. I just have.
Yeah, go for it. I just don't understand.
I just think that something's going on to drive these people mad in one
Yeah.
way or another, whether that be a physical command or an emotional imperative that is placed upon them. The problem is, why are there seemingly unfazed random children in the middle of it all? That's the part that doesn't really make sense. And why is one gone, but we can't seem to get enough information about it? There's something wrong.
So, okay, let me make sure I understand. Are you saying that you don't think that Tilly and Cena arrived here, but that they've been here?
I don't know. Because it's been, aside from the communities of beings that have been here, it's been relatively desolate, and extremely dangerous. I mean, we had to cross, all kinds of things just to get to this point that nearly killed us. The fact that it's a child in tow makes me think that maybe something else has been going on, or maybe they got in here another way. But nonetheless, I don't like the idea that they've just been here for an indiscriminate amount of time. And
Well, I mean, I think that they haven't been here long because she has frostbite as a recent occurrence.
Tilly did say several weeks.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And you can see, I mean, the arm was damaged by the intense frost, but it is decayed. I mean,
I have a
it's
new
bad.
theory then. If
lay it on me.
if those who are only being affected in this way, what if there's some kind of arcane curse on the lore, so that the people of this area,
The haunted lore mart.
You mean like?
you're not here.
What if the curse is tied to the people of this place?
To the people
yeah.
of this place, but maybe it's as though like if the I don't really know, but maybe it's as if like if the truth isn't carried out, then this will occur, and because we're here trying to root out the truth, that's why this is occurring.
What? Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out, because they're the only people that have this curse on them, is being up here in that race, and they're the ones that are supposedly
Yeah,
keepers
obviously
of the law.
it sounds like they pissed off the wrong people. But what I want to know is what?
What are y'all
Did y'all see
doing?
that?
What are y'all
What are you
The
doing?
light was like roving, and both of us were like, "Oh fuck,
I just saw both of y'all do that, and I thought somebody was at your door.
Yeah.
no, thank you."
Thank you.
Watch us on Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What did they say?
Chaos.
What, Alex, what did they say that they came here to do again? Like officially? The young person was doing
Cena-
some kind of trial, or
Cena didn't say anything because she passed out, but Tilly said he didn't know the exact reason why they came. He knew that his sister was going on an adventure with some other capable friends of hers, and he wanted to go too.
yeah, that just doesn't add up.
I mean, people adventure all the time, but
Well, of course. I mean, what do we do professionally? But I just mean, it just seems out
Yeah.
of nowhere that they would wind up in this place and then be the only ones left, apparently.
Well,
Where are
I
all
think
the
that-
capable friends?
I think that we're also trying to find, what's her name? I've just forgot her name. I always forget people's names when I'm talking.
Milvy?
Milvy. Mhm.
Milvy. Yeah, right.
I kind of
Didn't they tell
wonder.
us where they're from, Alex?
They said they're from Turasil,
That's right.
Which is the new continent on the map.
New Country. Yeah, it's not fully detailed, but it is there.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt y'all.
No, you're okay. You did, but you're okay.
Yeah.
Rude, but all right. Was there anything else you guys wanted to discuss?
No, I mean, I just wanted to share that with you. I think there has to be something. There has to be something connected to these specific persons who have been down here, because we do know someone who doesn't live here, but is of the same race and species as those here from Verndarim. So, I guess I'm just trying to figure that out, and we're not with them right now, so I don't really know if they've also gone mad. I don't know if it would be a time thing. I think it's more of a location thing.
Of course, I mean, I'm not worried about us necessarily going mad. I'm worrying about us being double-crossed by people we just met. We tend to have a blindness when it comes to helping a wounded thing,
Yeah.
God is such an ass that way, isn't he?
And his name is Alex.